guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some new things for our homeschool for the 2023-2024 homeschool year. Now, for the past few years, we've been using the same curriculum, so that's nothing new. We're a gather around campfire curriculums kind of family. We did add in Fix It Grammar a little bit last year, but we are adding some new stuff to the mix for this school year, and I'm really excited about it. Now, the things I'm going to share with you today are some things that I picked up when I was at the Teach Them Diligently conference in May. I love to get my hands on things and look through things before I purchase them, but I will link these things down below in case you want to get them for yourself. Now, some of this stuff, if you can get it on Amazon, will be found in my link to my Amazon storefront. And then if it's just curriculum or you have to buy it from a certain website, I'll link it for that too. So let me show you some of the new things we're going to add into our homeschool this year. I'm really excited about it. So the first thing I have are these books from Simply Charlotte Mason. I've been looking at these for years, and as I was looking through the history that we're using, which we love, gather around history, but I feel like sometimes it just skims the surface and we could go much deeper and we could really get into it a little bit more than what's there. And so I bought these as a supplement to what we're already doing in our gather around history. So I bought Stories of the Nations volumes 1 and 2, and then I only bought this second one for Stories of America because we've already passed what was in volume 1 and I don't want to go back and do it again. So we're not using this. This is not our main spine. This is just to go along with what we're already doing, and I already have the tabs labeled with the lesson that we're using them in. So these are going to be very helpful. They have great living stories that really draw you into those time periods. And then I also picked up the narration cards that go with each book because we do practice a little bit of narration. So I picked all of that up and I'm excited to use these. I've already read the stories that I have tabbed off and I'm so excited to use it. All right, I'm going to drop these in the floor. Sorry about the sound. I just don't have anywhere else to put them. Closest thing's like my printer and it's way over here. All right, the next thing that I picked up from the Simply Charlotte Mason booth is Your Questions Answered High School. Now, you do not have to use the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum for this book to be helpful. This book is packed full of so much information about how to do high school in your, how to homeschool the high school years. I couldn't even get the words out. It's been so helpful. I've been going through and highlighting some different things. It talks about calculating your grade point average and how to come up with what subjects you need to teach and a sample schedule and how to assign credits. And it would help anyone who wants to know more about homeschooling high school. So this book I know is in my Amazon storefront because I've learned so much from this. So if you're going to have to do homeschooling a high schooler, you may want to look into getting this. If you want to see a flip through of any of these things, I'll be glad to show you more. I'm just not going to do it in this video. All right, next thing is, this is the last thing I got at Teach Them Diligently. This is the Not Consumed Reading Journal. The reason why I got this, and this is for high school, grades 9 through 12, and they have different levels. But I love this. Oh, look, it has a bookmark that can be pulled in and out. Because you can use it with any book. It's not a novel study based on a certain book. It's just a little journal here. So it's got nonfiction, biography, autobiography, nonfiction, Christian lifestyle and leadership, nonfiction, money and business, nonfiction, informational text, and then there's 4 fiction. And as I looked through it, I thought, oh, I should have really purchased they have a digital download of it so I could continue to use it. And that may be what I do going forward. But I did pick this up and I think this is going to work wonderfully with the books that we are reading this school year. Now, these are things that I've ordered since coming home from Teach Them Diligently. So I did go to the Talkboxmom booth when I was at Teach Them Diligently, but it took me all summer to decide that I didn't need the boxes. That's not what I'm going for, but I did want the books. So I picked 2, and the reason being is my son is very interested in Japanese. He loves manga, he loves anime, he's picked up a ton of Japanese just from being into that. He's actually supposed to go with my husband to Japan, which is his dad, later on this year. I'm not going because I hate flying, and if I had to ride in the plane that long, Wouldn't be good for anybody. So he wants to learn Japanese, so I bought this one for him to kind of do independently. Now, I don't mean like I'm not going to be involved at all. I'm going to let him pick the phrases and things that he wants to learn, and we're going to practice them in our home. And we're just going to use this over the 4 years of high school, adding in some more Japanese along the way. And then I picked Spanish because where we live, the environment that we live in, this is what's going to be most helpful for him. So using Spanish at home and then using Japanese at home. And these come, you have to download the app so that you can hear it. I'm excited about this. I'll let you know how it goes as we start using it, but I'm excited to use this. So you can purchase the books separately without buying a box. So we'll let you know how that goes. Now, sorry you have to keep seeing the top of my head. I'm glad I colored my hair. You would see all the gray. Now, these are things that I purchased offline to kind of enhance what we already do. So my son, on top of loving anime and manga and writing stories and all those wonderful things, he also loves comic books. And he had just recently been talking about how he's not a good artist, but he would really love to do comic books. And so I saw this from Thistles and Biscuits. They were having a sale, and it's called Comic Arts, an art study, art unit by Thistles and Biscuits. And so I don't have it all printed out yet. When I do get it printed out and bound, I will do a flip through of it. But it's great. I was reading through it last night, and it was talking about how you may say that, but I can't draw. And it really walks you through how basic some of the shapes are for you to be able to draw comics. So I think this is going to be great. I'm going to kind of let him work through this independently as well too, maybe on Mondays. I'm going to do a video later of our schedule and how our year's going to flow, but I think this will kind of be a Monday thing. Okay, last time I'm going to put my head down in the camera. All right, here's the last thing. I'm not going away again. I should have had something up here holding all my stuff. The last thing that is new is something for music study. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with studying composers. In fact, we are going to do composer study throughout the year. But I saw The Art of Rock and Roll on Homeschool of Bel Air's YouTube channel. I don't even know when it was. It wasn't this year. Probably last year, year before. And I thought that sounded so cool because these are going to be some people that he's actually heard of. He listens to all kinds of music because his dad grew up in a music store. My father-in-law owned a record CD store. So my husband was always around music. And so he exposed me to all kinds of music. And then my son's the same way. And so I thought he would like this. This is volume 1, beginnings through 1980. So I wasn't even born yet. Like I was born in 1981. But it's a 19-week music lab for exploring rock music history through reading, listening, and activities. So if you would like to see a flip through of that, I can show you that too. But that is it, guys. Those are the things that we're adding to our homeschool year. I'm excited. We're not going to be using these things every day. It's just here and there when we need them. And I'm so excited for it. Let me know if you're adding anything new to your homeschool this year. Put it down in the comments. It always gives people some ideas. I always read through the comments of other people's videos, and I get a lot of ideas from there. So let me know if you're going to be using something new. Also, let me know if you'd like to see flip throughs of any of the things that I showed today. And as always, thank you so much for watching.